Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loki here. Join me today as I give you a winter sowing update. So let's go. If you'll recall, we did a lot of winter sowing this year. I've been doing it for a number of years. It's a process I really enjoy. And clearly you can tell, look at how many winter sown milk jugs I have. It takes a long time for these little guys to take off, especially where I live in New Hampshire. It's still very cold here. We have nighttime temperatures still dipping down in the 20-degree Fahrenheit range. So some of you have asked for an update on the winter sown milk jugs. So I figured I'd make this video just to give you an update on what's waking up so far. Typically, when you winter sow perennial seeds, they germinate a lot slower. However, if you're winter sowing cool hardy plants, plants that like it cool, plants like bachelors button, calendula, poppies, you're going to find that those will germinate faster. They'll be the first things to pop up in your winter sown containers. And before I start the tour, I want to go over a couple of things. Where you live, you might not be getting a lot of snow or rain. I'm still getting rain, and actually yesterday I had a little bit of snow. So for right now, when I pick up my milk jugs, they feel nice and heavy. But where you live, you might need to be adding water to your winter sown containers. So make sure you're doing that because you don't want the containers to dry out. Also, for me, we still have very cold weather. I do not want to open up any of my containers. However, where you live, you might be experiencing much warmer weather. So it really depends on location and climate. I've mentioned this before, but there's a wonderful Facebook group that I highly recommend to anyone that wants to do winter sowing. I'm going to add that link down below as well as in the description. If you winter sow or you plan to winter sow, then I really recommend you check out that site because you might be in a situation where you're not sure what to do. I've had a lot of questions with when can you start taking out seedlings from your containers or things along those lines. I'm happy to answer them, but that site is very, very good. I can't say enough about it. Definitely check it out. Even though I'm going to be doing a mini tour today of what's germinating so far in these milk jugs, be on the lookout for future videos, and I'll keep you updated as I have more germination rates in other containers. The final thing I want to share is I typically like to take my seedlings out of the containers once they have a few sets of leaves on them and once they're about 2 inches in height. You don't want them to get too tall, too leggy, but you also want to be mindful of your weather. So there are a lot of factors to take into consideration, but that's usually what I look for is I want my seedlings to be tall, but not too tall. And I also want them to handle the elements once I start putting them out in the landscape. So now I'm going to show you which milk jugs have any sort of life in them. This one has Pansy Mix. This has Bachelors Button, Black Magic. The pink cosmos are just starting to wake up. Then there's Alyssum Royal Carpet. In here, there is Pansy Celestial Blue. From the Dollar Tree, there is Bachelor's Button Cyanus Double Blue. We have some calendula that I'm growing for my friend Pam, who has a backyard plant nursery. In here is Alyssum Rosie O'Day. This has a calendula mix inside of it. I only see one good sprout so far, but a few others just starting. There's a bunch of activity in this one. This is feverfew. Wow, those are tiny. This is Canterbury Bells, Cup and Saucer. In here is Sweet Pea, Queen of the Night Mix. And there are a few that are just starting to pop up. We have Amazing Gray Corn Poppy. In here is Lettuce Leaf Poppy. This container has American Legion Corn Poppy. More poppies. This is Lauren's dark grape poppies. This milk jug has bread seed peony double poppy. Look how tiny they are. These are foxglove, and they're either going to be a pink or a peach color of foxglove. I'll definitely be doing a lot of thinning out. Wow. In here are California poppies. This is Oriental Poppy, Brilliant Red. In here is Foxglove Excelsior Mix. Be on the lookout for future videos when I give updates on the seedlings and then show my process for pricking them out and getting them out in the landscape. If you did any winter sowing, I'd love to know. Do you have any seedlings that have germinated so far? If so, what? Also add your location, your growing zone, or your average last frost date. That's good information for me as well as anyone else that's reading the comments. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.